Hey guys and gals, and welcome back to my playthrough of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Now, last we left off, I began the ceremony. I have officially become the Rogue Trader of the Von Valencius dynasty. And I met my, how do you say, subjects? Well, part of it, I guess. I met the Drive Stems, I met the Sourbacks, and I met the Grapaks. Yeah. Observe the guess. And also, I actually read online that the if you want to increase, if you want to increase your prosperity, you have to like play nice with every single family house, which I haven't been doing. So yeah, but whatever, I'll deal with it. What the hell are these? Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, I also met Nomos here. Pascal downloaded part of it into a servitor, and right now he's here. Now I believe I have to go and talk to these guys. Hello. I was saying, there you are. Welcome to the circle where each member is as powerful, ambitious, greedy, and vain as the last. That is to say, the noble rogue traders. Incendia Corda is watching him with barely suppressed contempt. Yes, you have found yourself suitable company, Caligos. At the very least, now you can enjoy idle diversions, boast all about your power, and indulge in profane pastimes with one who is your equal, rather than member of the lower class. Observe the rogue traders. Caligos Winterscale is a broad-shouldered, athletic-looking man. He frequently flashes a bright smile no less dazzling than the blade of the power axe he carries. Each part of him, from the toes of his magnificent boots to the tips of his hair, radiates strength and the desire to live and win. His smile is crooked, as if ready to turn into a hostile snarl at any moment. Next to him is a unmoving hulk of a man clad in armor. Who are you? His low forehead and gloomy face bear signs of degradation, and his bloodshot eyes are expressionless, like a pair of glass buttons. Incendia Corda radiates cosmic cold. Her skin is unnaturally white, and a nervous tick is constantly tugging at the left side of her noble visage. Garbed in full dress uniform adorned with purity seals, she is the embodiment of the true imperial aristocrat. Haunting her side is a gaunt shadow of a priest in plain black robes. Hieronymus Doloroso, whom you met on footfall, gives you a respectful nod. Yeah, let's do this. Friends, eh? Would you look at that, Incendia? Now you have a whole friend. Winterscale gives you a carefree wink, but his posture excludes a challenge. Incendia Courier says hotly, I would think twice before calling individual of questionable purity my friend. Caligos, thank you for your visit. Caligos gives you a cheerful and somewhat feral smile. I should be thanking you. I was almost certain that you use my difficulties on footfall as a means to bring that devious weasel vet dam to heel and take the station for your own. It is why any rogue trader would have done, but you have proved yourself to be less predictable than that. Well then, since you have turned out to be a pleasant surprise and stopped Incendia from snatching my possession, I will compensate you for your efforts. I have a nice little world I have conquered that I can never seem to get around to. I'll throw in along with the more substantial gift I have brought. Swarthy Incendia Corda's ambitions deserve a worthy trophy. He snaps his finger, and the armored brute hands you an extraordinarily adorned rifle, clearly not of human making. It is a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometimes, so you can show yourself in action. You blood. Caligos exuberantly punches you in the shoulder. That looks... What is that? Yeah, that's Aldari, that's for sure. Holy crap, the damage. If I do dogmatic... Nah. How fair is your protectorate? Here goes ways you are. Protectorate, more like the bleeding scraps of one. The warp storms tore it to shreds, but my servants will piece it back together, and if they don't, I'll chop off their heads and find myself more capable helpers. Something struck you as strange. Caligos Winterscale wasn't always this nonchalant about his protectorate. He used to be known as shrewd and business-minded, even concerned for his subjects. But it seems like he has grown bored of ruling. Does your gift come with a good story? Oh yes, I claimed it in the rifts of Hecaton, where we had a clash with Xenos. They were really trying to get to my throat, and by the heathen stars, they almost succeeded. Caligos is speaking with such joy, as though he's recounting the best day of his life. Only 1 in 10 made it out of Hecaton, and now it's only me and Wharton here. We returned without any loot and virtually without a ship. All I got from that trip was a hull full of dead Xenos and this deadly beauty, which their leader used to put 2 holes in my hide. An impressive victory, but do you truly believe a creation of ungodly Xenos to be a good gift, Caligos? You will call into question the privilege bestowed upon me by the Emperor? You can try. Let the St. Drusus mission put forth their champion, and I will slay him in a trial by combat. Threaten the esteemed Hieronymus one more time, Caligos, and the war that you love to prattle on about will commence. I swear it, one drop of holy blood spilled by you will send the remains of your realm up in flames better than any tanker of Prometheum. Incendia and Caligos exchange looks of fury, the latter, snarling like a wolf. It's clearly ready to start to set war here and now. Yeah, sorry, my story's still not great yet. Yeah, but Caligos, I don't know. What's with the sudden change? Hieronymus' dry voice hits your ears like a crack of a whip. Quell your pride, both of you. I do not wish to fight you, Caligos. I fear not your threats. Death does not frighten me, for it is inevitable. It is as true as the senselessness and pointlessness of a war between us. Who is this remarkable warrior in your retinue? This is Wharton the Grey, my arch-militant, a fierce warrior, and as loyal to me as an obedient beast to its master. I bought him in a miserable colony back when he was a runt on his last legs, and now he's practically a part of my dynasty. Wharton the Grey, whose skin really is dotted with grey spots, looks at Caligos with purest devotion. Indeed, he's akin to an animal, one that is bloodthirsty and mindless. Winterscale remarks, taking an obvious jab. I heard that you, Hyphstein, are decent in a fight. What do you think? Could you get Wharton if it come down to it, or will it be he who's the one gutting you? Examine his gear. Ignoring the fearsome-looking broadsword and pistol, which hangs from his belt rather ostentatiously, you notice a great number of thin blades with curved edges skillfully concealed within Wharton's armor. These swords are deadly in the hands of a quick fighter. It appears that Winterscale's arch-militant likes to surprise his opponents with unexpected speed. Okay, the grey spots on Wharton's face are what catch your attention. Marks like these can be seen on fighters who are too fond of combat simulants. A small price to pay for the increased speed and reaction that could save your life in a fight, though these spots are usually tiny pockmarks, not whole islands of grey on the skin. Yeah, do this. A new glint appears in the bloodshot eyes, a glint of appraisal, intelligent and cunning. No, Wharton is not the thick, bloodthirsty beast he wants to be seen as. Behind this mask is a careful and keen mind. Thank you for such a wonderful gift. Kill someone important with it. It will be the best show of gratitude, okay? Incendia, you seem to find me objectable. Do you expect any different? I watched for years as outlaws thrived on footfall, and then, at long last, I have a chance to put an end to it, to seize the thug like Dan by the throat, to force footfall, to atone, and put the fear of him back into the masses. But you interfered and destroyed my plan for the sake of pain or profit. Yeah. Theodora taught you only too well, it seems. She was too far less concerned with her duty to the expanse than her own personal interests, but you can be sure that I will not cease cleansing the furibund system of the pirate scourge, and if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you will only have yourself to blame. The priest holds up his hand in a placating gesture. None are without fault, noble Insignia. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found? You shouldn't start footfall. I brought them salvation. So which one of us serves the Emperor and which is their unhealthy ambitions? Let's do this. Insignia rolls her eyes. Please, I will believe it no sooner than hearing word that half the population of that den of heresy has been sent into the void's embrace. I have faith that the blessed Hyphosdane is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residence that is the private place. Yeah, I'm not expecting you to be here. The esteemed Hieronymus is my confessor. I'm greatly obliged to him for agreeing to accompany me on this journey. Hieronymus bows respectfully. May the Emperor's light guide your way across the abyss of human wickedness. I see faith is more than just a word to you. Insignia's smile, whacked by a tick, looks sinister. Faith is everything to me. In his name, I have eradicated corruption on 100 worlds and will do so on 1,000 more. By his will, I hunt down pirates and desolate their vile nest. Let the Corda name make any firebrand tremble, for sooner or later I will cast them into the void. I believe that you understand me. After all, on this glorious day, you saw fit to cleanse your capital of thieves and criminals. The funny thing is, people still call me the foul-tempered tyrant in all this. Caligos' amicable spot somehow resembles the bared teeth of a wild animal. I take that you're not overly fond of Theodora. Yesenia lowers her eyes and says without animosity, she was the same breed as Asp. She stops short and continues in a lower voice, conceited, insolent, unaware of the Emperor's stern gaze set upon her. I do not doubt her wisdom and courage, but Theodore did not have the shred of humility or fear in his wrath. Same breed as Asp. Who's this? Asp. That must be SPC Corda. You remember that name. From what you recall, she was a rogue trader too, and a renowned one at that. Isn't that supposed to be Incendia's predecessor? Well, I for one, like Theodora, the stories they told of her travels to nameless stars, and yes, there was no fear in her. Winterscale sighs pensively, and his lively expression grows a little grayer. Who's she to you? Calico snorts. Oh, that is Insidia's favorite subject. She just loves talking about Aspisi. The example of the contemptible Aspis is a warning to us all, even among rogue traders. Empowered by the Emperor himself, a seed of perversion can bloom. Yikes. Insidia's face twitches with a rhythm of artillery fire. The reprobate is my forebear and my curse. Insidia was a cruel, connivous, blaspheming monster. She fraternized with Xeno. She despised the faith. She robbed and slaughtered. She was drawn to dark secrets. One day she boarded her ship and vanished into the depths of the Corona's expanse. She was declared missing, but I know the bloody day will come when we see Aspis Corda's battle flagship once more. I thank you for your visit. It will not be a long one, I assure you. What do you think of the celebration? I like it. Caligos looks around in the hall curiously. One can instantly tell we've been invited by a rogue trader, not some administrative bootlicker. We are conquerors of wild sectors, slayers of unknown beasts, executioners of Xeno empires. Caligos, you should take this opportunity to learn. This is what the palace of a true rogue trader looks like. Not a Xeno menagerie, a pirate's treasure hold, or how difficult it may be for you to believe it, an orbital brothel. Enjoy the evening. I must take my leave. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full, to justify so long a voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Hyphostain. The Emperor protects. Okay. Oh. Let's see. That gun you gave me, where the hell's it? Aldari long rifle, no. Wait, where is it? Muzzle upon hex rifles. Okay, am I blind? Oh, here we go. Grants 5 MP movement points after each attack and allows the wielder to move after attacking. If an attack with this weapon hits 3 or more targets, the attack has no cooldown. Ooh. Is that a good match for me? Yeah, you know what? Let's equip it on me first. Let's see how this goes. So, yeah. What do you think of the receptions? It is magnificent. I dare say it will live on as the premier high society event of the sector for many years. I'm weary and wish to retire to my chambers. Please allow me to escort you, Lordship. Your chambers are ready, your Lordship. Guards, intrude! Quiet, time to sleep. We need to talk in private.
We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
You didn't kill him, did you? The same man you saw among your guests was waiting for you in your chambers with a look of someone who's supposed to be there. He cast a cold, addressing gaze over you from top to bottom. No one save Theodora has ever allowed themselves the liberty of looking at you in such a way. The woman behind Kazar, clad in black power armor, glares at you, her face set in predatory readiness for imminent violence, the hallmark of a professional bodyguard. Yeah, the let's just play nice with the Inquisition for now.
A commendable openness to cooperation. It will be taken into account. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
After saying these words, he shoots you a searching look from under his brow, like a Regicide player who's just made the first move and is now watching for his opponent's reaction. This feels an awful lot like an interrogation.
Does it? We're in your chambers, not a confessional cell. You're in perfectly good health, and none of the varied and fascinating instruments and procedures that expedite candor are being applied to you. I assure you, you would immediately know if our discussion turned into an interrogation.
Okay, fine. What do you know? What do you want to know on Janus?
Oh, I know it already. Even though you were quite effective at removing all evidence that could point to the blunder made by House von Valancius, it is saddening to realize that the rogue trader's connivance allowed a heretic who had been fostering a cult for years to come to power.
Yeah, do this.
Your humility is heartening. Rest assured, it will be noted during the investigation of your lamentable oversight.
How did you become so well informed?
Are you surprised? You thought the Inquisition was unaware of the circumstances of your deeds. How often do you find yourself thinking that there are things we shouldn't know about your life? It is my job to know everything, and I do it very well. Keep that in mind.
Okay, fine.
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronis expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error.
Okay.
Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
Alright, just save the threats. I know what the Inquisition is capable of. If you knew what was happening on Janus, why didn't you intervene yourself? Kyavagama?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubis Delphim so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
I mean, okay, what for that? Yeah, it's... Protector is a complex mechanism, no. Truly, I must confess, the first time I hear about this, the priests of belong to answer his crimes. The do watch their members closely. Let's do this.
I hope you are sufficiently thorough. If you are not, you will be called to account.
Okay, Drukhari is so interested in me. Are you referring to my rune capital?
Yes, yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
Okay, this part... My hats off to you, Owlcat. You really put the whole innocence proves nothing quote, you know, on full display just with this line here. Xenos has made more attempts on Saint Drusius' life than mine. What does it make him a traitor to? Let's go Imperium.
So you already think you're cut from the same cloth as St. Drusus, do you? Ambitious? I'll make note of it.
Have I answered all your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rykad Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvir about you? Was it virtuous of you to allow the warp-stricken Voidsmen to join your crew? The ones who served on the ship that was turned into a trap for you by Kunrad Voitvir? Isn't it possible that they were part of the blight he had sown? The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character. But it won't in this case. The Inquisition, which I represent, is willing to show extraordinary faith in your person. For the sake of our invaluable partnership, I'm going to ignore any minor liberties that you, esteemed rogue trader, may have afforded yourself or may again in the future. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
Theodore cooperated with you?
And benefited greatly from it. The warrant's power is not without limit, and neither is the protection it provides. All those mysterious expeditions, dubious experiments, collections of xenotech oddities are dangerous pastimes. It takes more than the Emperor's permission to pursue them without consequences. One must also make sure I am not displeased by it. Let me demonstrate how it works. In your retinue, there is a Psyker who is yet to receive Terra's sanction, which, as we both know, is a grave threat and a blasphemy to the laws of the Imperium. I am aware of this secret, but I'm not displeased in the slightest. And so she lives on, your handy Psyker, Idira Tlass.
Okay. I know that Theodore was concerned about the fate of the dynasty and certain restriction obligations. Was it perhaps due to your partnership with her? I cannot deny the possibility that Lady Theodora may have losing some of the freedom she enjoyed prior to my arrival in the Expanse, nor will I deny that our partnership began with me exerting a certain amount of influence. However, you are not Lady Theodora. Let us put the difficulties of encumbered our relationship to rest along with her. I do not recommend troubling yourself with affairs of the past, for they have no bearing on your present position. Theodora choose to forget about this particular matter, for her example, and your fate will be the better for it. Why such an interest in my person?
You haven't been in a position of power for long, and so one can forgive you for not noticing the troubling changes. The cult of the Final Dawn is spreading in the Coronis Expanse. Not the first or the last heresy that has afflicted this sector, but one that is surprisingly resilient. Mysterious convoys are sliding by, bound for systems in the heathen stars. Just your humdrum pirate trade, wouldn't you say? Then why are the pirates themselves clueless? The Xenos, who have caused trouble in the sector before, have expanded their activities in the last few decades, and there is a logic and method to their previously chaotic raids. Even 2 packs of space wolves, blessed space marines summoned in my name, did not cool their interest in the Expanse. A mighty explorative fleet, which has studied the Expanse for hundreds of years, has suddenly stopped responding to communication and sunk into a dispute over a tech heresy that was considered dead a couple of centuries ago. House Chorda has clamped down on insurgents. Yet its acts of brutality breed troublemakers just as quickly as they're executed, and this bloody carousel has consumed the attention of the esteemed incendiar. Koligos Winterscale has abruptly lost all interest in his domain, and his only apparent concern now is hunting even more dangerous xenobeasts. And the third and final rogue trader has unexpectedly perished, stabbed in the back by her own Master of Whispers. The Expanse is swiftly losing its protectors right when communication with the Imperium is being disrupted by the raging warp. Basically, all the Expanse has left is me and you, if you follow my instructions.
Okay, is Heinrich staying in my retinue, or are you taking him back?
Which would you prefer? And you, Heinrichs, do you wish to continue working at the Honorable Rogue Trader's side?
I will comply with any order, Lord Inquisitor. If you command me to remain in the company of the scion of the von Valancius dynasty, I won't be distressed.
What's your opinion of Heinrichs?
Without a doubt, Master Van Kellogg's has earned my complete trust by repeatedly demonstrating courage, loyalty, and cunning. His mathematical mind, not given to sentiment, can be of great use in an emergency. You, my dear Heinrichs, have made a far better agent than you would have a pilot of an Imperial Knight.
I want Heinrichs to continue to accompany me.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
Okay. Like, blackmail, to what end? I'm a rogue trader. Nah, let's not say that. What kind of deal are we talking about?
I make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them.
Okay.
I seem to remember that your exalted aristocrats presented you with many gifts. It would be rude of me not to follow suit. Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid.
Removes the signature from his finger and hands it to you. Notice the intricate personal coat of arms on it.
The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. Black means that you are a part of the inner circle. Any and all resources will be available to you.
Okay, the wearer gains 40 persuasion in the Inquisitor's Tenet ability and can be used once per combat. 50 momentum. All common negative effects are removed from all allies. Wow. Do I want to chance it? Damn it.
I did not come here to haggle. Worry not. You won't come out of this empty-handed if you act appropriately.
Okay.
Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep.
What?
And for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened. But not now, I presume. Right now, it would be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
Okay.
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the von Valancius protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
Oh boy. Okay. What happened? You have spent the first few hours of your morning listening to High Factorum's lengthy report on the latest trade exchanges, arrangements, disputes, and countless bureaucratic procedures. From outside the illuminated, tightly closed windows, you can hear the muffled sounds of Dargonis and its everyday life, the life that has been passing you by lately, as you have been preoccupied with the affairs of your protectorate from dawn to dusk. Man, that sounds harsh. Clementia barely contains a yawn. Once Dunrock has finished, she pulls out her data slate. Thank you for your report, High Factorum. Your work is highly appreciated, both by everyone here and the Adeptus Administratum. Your Lordship, we are almost done here. We just need to go over the final items on today's agenda, and I would like to report to you personally. Yeah, let's do this. Allow me to pass on gifts from your loyal subjects, the high nobility of Dargonis. It goes without saying that every living soul in your protectorate is blessed to serve your Lordship faithfully and wholeheartedly. However, this humble gesture is meant as a token of deepest appreciation for your magnanimity towards their esteemed families. Whoa! Holy hell! House Viserion made arrangements for the delivery of several tons of supplies for your future journeys. The house is also transferring a regiment of its finest into your personal charge. Each of these brave troopers have undergone rigorous Voidfarer training and will be humbled to lay down their life for you, Lord Captain. J. Clementia is trying to maintain a neutral expression, but you can see her face is beaming with pride. Please command them as you see fit. Okay? Hasgropak has sent shuttles carrying sacred technology and manufacture parts that can be used to replace old joints and connections within mechanisms. The machine spirits of these devices have been pacified. They are slumbering peacefully as they await your decision on how to employ their capabilities. Okay, Sourback. A bunch of holy gifts. House Sourback has arranged for several regiments of expertly trained servants of the Emperor to be transferred to your personal command. Each of them will also serve as an honor guard for the holy relics that are to find their rightful place in the hold of your personal void ship. She stops, staring at her data slate in surprise. Okay. Is something wrong? No, not at all, your Lordship. The people and the cargo have indeed reached the port service, so there is no reason to doubt the sincerity of the House intentions. It's just such substantial and valuable gifts coming from Lord Sourback. Clementia trails off. Dunrock lets out an amusing chuckle. If I am to venture a guess, your Lordship, I believe the esteemed Chancellor was staggered by such an irregular display of generosity from a man who is rather known for voicing his doubts in Rogue Trader as a class. It would seem that you have made quite an impression on Karis, the old miser. Lord Captain, news of a particular import has come from the House's intelligence network. Lord Inquisitor Kazar is rumored to be planning a visit to Footfall. A number of Imperial Navy ships were commandeered by Lord Kalgazar, and they are also being scrambled to Footfall. Furthermore, we have received reports claiming that secret messages were delivered to the capital worlds of House Corda and Winterscale. It is possible that the Lord Inquisitor calls to arms may smother the conflict that is brewing between the two dynasties. We are seeing an increasing number of skirmishes between their ships in neutral systems. I do not doubt that her ladyship Corda will attempt to sway the Lord Inquisitor to her side. Especially since his Lordship Winterscale's luck seems to be running out. Riot has broken out on several of his worlds, and yet he has shown no intention of quelling them. Instead, the Rogue Trader inflicted brutal punishments upon one of his oldest colonies, Vesuvia Secundus, based on allegations of seditious sentiment. Oddly enough, our agents were unable to find any proof of sedition among the populace there. As soon as we have any update, we will be first to know, your Lordship. Clementia glances down at her data slate. Lastly, Jorpetzinos, Yearlet, I believe, is seeking a meeting with you. She has the audacity to defile the Rogue Trader's palace with her profane presence and refuse to leave until she has spoken with you. I would never presume to be able to read the emotions of Xenos, but the Eldari appear perturbed. I believe she mentioned a void ship of some sort. It may be best if she told you everything directly. And with that, please allow me and Master Dunrock to take our leave. The Chancellor and the High Factorum offer you their bows. Perhaps that last request will serve as a welcoming distraction. Indeed, your Lordship's stay on Dragonis has been rather long. However, your Protectorate is now enjoying a period of relative stability. For the time being, no longer demands your Lordship's personal involvement in its affairs. Glory to a Rogue Trader. Oh my goodness, my throat. Okay, save equipped. Can I go and see this? Ooh boy. Don't get me wrong, the place looks beautiful, but it doesn't look like a place I want to live in. That's for sure. Too much stone, too much well, not even plasteel. Too much permacrete. This place looks like a freaking like oven. Okay, cogitator. Anything else I can do? Nothing, I guess. Oh yeah, what can I do? Companion quests. Okay, new ruler. Troubling developments. Okay. Void beacons. What do I get? Ooh. I mean, sure. Okay, how's my place? Oh, yes. Wait, why is it red? Void beacons. What the hell? Punished by calculation and void beacons. What? Okay, I don't get it. Oh, well, whatever. Can I build anything? Okay, this is weird. Oh. Elantar, at last you have left your ornate cage. Your leg casts a look over the stone palace walls. For many turns I have sought to meet you, and yet your servant, the one who is like the silvered-haired Upalord, but twice as young, has no favor for the request of the child Asayan. Take me to a place where the hearing of others will not steal the words intended for you. While you were mending the wounds of this world left by the Twisted One's attacks, I was able to discover, no, not Kudurok's fate. Merely traces of it. As Moran found sanctuary under the boughs of the Lithian's forest, so did my other kin find refuge in a system known as the Atlas Reach. We must make a journey there with haste, before new dangers destroy the witness who can show me the way to the lost Kudurok, whose fate remains shrouded by the stars. Let us focus our piercing gaze at you. Their knowledge is the sole thread that may lead me to the truth, Elantar. I ask that your mellow winged ships take me along that thread before it tears under the strain of time and circumstances. How are you able to contact those Aldari? No, I did not contact the Soryani. I have no means to do so, but I have enough time to explore the stone jungle of your world while you were preoccupied with your urgent matters. The path of the outcast has taught me to observe and listen to the world around me. In this case, the throngs of the monkey at the port. Errant conversations, rumors, chance words, like parts of a speckled mosaic. They came together to form a hazy image. My kin were seen in the Atlas Reach, and now all we have to do is to pull at the web of connections and possibilities to uncover whether it is concealed from whatever is concealed from unseeing eyes. Give me the coordinates. You will? The ice in your eyes melts away for a moment. Thank you, Elantar. If this path indeed takes me to the truth, I will be indebted to you. A rare happening between our kind. Okay. Warden. Hey, Drop. Oh yeah, the ring. Where can I equip this? No. Lord Xenos. What about Imperium? Persuasion, this one. I'm quite high. Let's do this. Plus 40 to persuasion. Yeah, this is good. What else? Arsonist bracers. From flame weapons by 5. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Ooh. A scout? Okay. Let's talk to Skalandar. Okay. Nothing. Wait, what? What the? Okay, that was weird. Aristocrat. Okay, this is just buggy as all hell. Oh, this is Abelard. Okay, let's go out. A bunch of servitors, aristocrats. What do I have to do now? Follow the breadcrumbs. Okay.